What's going on, guys? Balkan Architect here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you this really cool solution to fixing a very common and annoying problem when it comes to working with flat roofs in Revit. So if you've ever created a flat roof, if you have a regular rectangularly shaped roof, it's going to be fairly simple. You just put one drainage point in the middle and it looks like this and everything's perfect. But what happens when you're found in a situation where you have a more complex shape? It's still almost a rectangle, but not quite. And then when you fit that centralized drain, it tends to look like this, and it's, well, horrible. And you cannot fix it. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be showing you how to take that and turn it into this. So it's going to look perfectly fine, it's going to be working perfectly fine, water isn't getting stuck anywhere, and you have a very clean and elegant flat roof with slope. So that's what we're going to be covering in today's video. Now, before I get into that, if you're interested more in learning more about roofs in Revit, I actually have a complete course on roofs in Revit. I tackle multiple different types of roofs in Revit, very complicated compound roofs where you actually have multiple roofs joined together in order to create one complex roof, and much more. So if you want to become an expert in Revit roofs, check out that course. It's going to be linked just below the video, first link in the description, so check it out if you're interested. And also, if you would like access to all of my Revit project files, well, all of them are available and they are on my Patreon page. That's going to be the second link just below the video, so check it out if you're interested. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get straight into Revit.
And here we are in Revit. So let's immediately get started by going here to Models, going then to New. And for the template file, I'm going to choose my personal custom Balkan Architect template, the metric version. If you're interested in my templates, you can find both metric and imperial versions on my website, balkanarchitect.com. That is going to be the third link in the description. Now moving forward, let's just click OK and wait for Revit to start up. And as soon as it starts up, what we're going to be doing is just creating a regular roof. And let me explain the problem at hand. So if we want to create a roof, let's go here to roof by footprint. Let's place it on level 1 because we're not going to be building a building around that. And then let's say yes. Okay, so now let's say we have a 400mm roof. Let's go here and use a rectangle tool to create that roof and create something that looks like this. Hit the escape key a couple of times, and then let's select the entire boundary and uncheck define slope. This basically makes it a flat roof. Next, when I hit finish, the one thing that we need to check before we add slope to this flat roof is to select it and go here into edit type and go into structure, because the structure is what's going to allow us to have a slope inside of our roof. And what you want to do is have this checked as variable. So you want your main variable material to be checked as variable, because that's going to allow you to have variable thickness creating slope inside of your roof. Makes sense. Next, let's just click OK, apply, OK, and there we go. Now, let's just place that roof here, go to modify sub-elements, which is going to allow us to, well, modify the sub-elements and add a point here in the middle of this roof, just like that. Perhaps take a look at that from the 3D view. Let's see what that looks in 3D. There we go. And then what you want to do is just select that point and go here and add an offset. So something like minus, let's go with 0.1, or let's go 0.2 meters. So that's something like 20 centimeters, as you can see. And now it goes down into the material. So now if I hit apply, as you can see, now this goes down into the material. We can also go into level 1 and create a section running through the center of this, just like that. And if we just open up that section, you can see that here, maybe if I turn the thin lines off, as you can see, it kind of slopes to the inside of the roof. And because we've checked that variable function in the material, it doesn't slope the whole roof, but only the top part of the roof. And you have a flat ceiling below, which is exactly what you want to have. Now this is perfectly fine, it looks fairly good and you can be quite happy with it. But what happens when you go, and let's go here into level 1, and let's select this roof and let's give it a different shape. So let's go here into edit roof, and then let's carve out something like this here, and then something like this here. Hit the escape key a couple of times. Let's select all of these new edges or new boundaries and uncheck define slope as well on them. And then let's go here to the trim and extend to corner, and let's just trim and extend this. So it's fairly natural to assume that the building might look like this. That's okay, that's quite regular. But now if I hit finish, this is what this roof turns into. So if I go to the 3D view, it looks like this. And there is slope, of course, but there are some parts where the slope is like gone. For example, here in this part, there is no slope. This part is completely flat. This part is completely flat. Here there is some slope, but we have a bunch of these additional ugly lines, and the whole thing looks terrible. And you cannot present this. If you show this to somebody on the construction site, they're going to laugh at you. So just don't do this. So let's take a look at how can we avoid this fairly significant issue when it comes to Revit roofs. Well, one approach would be to try to add split lines to control that. So that would be if I go here into level 1, and then let me go here to annotate and use detail lines to kind of complete this shape, just like that. The escape key, and then if you select the roof and go to add split line, you can try to add split lines like this, just following the corners here as well. And then here I would go to this corner here, and then just let's go like that, and then just follow. Okay, it's really hard to pinpoint. Okay, perhaps we would have to use another detail line for that. So a detail line going like that to center, and then to this point as well, and then you would add another split line following that line up to the boundary, which is really annoying, and then the same thing here up to this point. But again, it does not fix the issue. Even if we go to the 3D view with all of these, as you can see, the mess is even larger. So this is what we have. So it can look quite terrible. So that definitely doesn't work. So let's select the whole roof and let's go here to reset shape. That's just going to give us back to our kind of blank slate. Go back into level 1, and we do have all of these detail lines, and let's just delete those for now. Now this is the solution that I found, and what I found that works best, and that is to basically go in and again use detail lines, but mark out these parts of the roof here, so where you're kind of cutting it out from the perfect rectangular shape, just like this. So once you have marked that out, the next thing that you want to do is go here into edit footprint and just get rid of these two and these two here, and just use trim and extend and just bring it back to a 4-sided rectangle, and then hit finish. Next you would go to modify sub elements and place a point in the middle. Now a good suggestion is to kind of create a diagonal using detail lines, and then when you select the roof and you go to modify sub elements and add a point, you can use that midpoint to kind of or midpoint of the detail line to host the point here. Next, click again to modify sub elements and give it that minus 0.2 meter offset. Go back to the 3D view, and again we're back at the beginning. But now what we're going to be doing, instead of selecting this and editing the footprint, I'm going to go back into level 1 and I'm going to make that change. Let's take this out of the way and make that change by going here to the architecture tab and then using the just the shaft opening or the vertical opening or the opening by face. Now I prefer for this to use the vertical opening. This works best. You select the roof and then you just use a simple rectangle like this, one here, hit finish, and you're done. You can get rid of, just hold the control key, get rid of all of these detail lines. You don't want those. And now when you go to the 3D view, we have that slope, everything works perfectly fine, the water isn't getting stuck anywhere, but we don't have all of those ugly lines everywhere, and our roof now works perfectly fine. So that's the solution to that terrible issue of having all of those ugly lines all over your model. And of course, if we go into level 1 and place a section there in the middle, just like this, it's still going to be working perfectly fine. And of course, then you can add some walls going past there and so on. But there we go. That's the solution to this very annoying issue. I hope I have helped you out. And again, as I said, if you're looking for an entire course on roofs, especially complex roofs and so on, check out my website, balkanarchitect.com. That is available there today, as well as many other courses ranging from beginner to intermediate to advanced topics in Revit. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If you want all of my Revit project files, check out my Patreon. That's going to be the second link in the description. And also make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video because I post almost every day. And I'll be back in a couple of days with another Revit tutorial. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.